Well, good morning, everyone. Don Cramer with Urban Nest Realty here in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Wednesday. It's time for the weekly recap. So, welcome to episode 120 of Coffee with Cramer. We're a little shorter on data and news and information today, so we're kind of doing a little Nespresso edition. If this is your first time to Coffee with Cramer, do us a big favor, hit the like button, let us know you're here. If you've got a favorite morning beverage you love to enjoy, take a selfie, throw it up there. We'd love to see it. But today, Wednesday, we like to go through the numbers so that way you've got the news and information you need to decide if it's the right time to buy, sell, or invest in Las Vegas real estate. So let's dive into the first chart there, shall we? So this week's numbers, we have a grand total of single-family homes for sale in the Valley of 3,831 properties. 3,831. And of those, 3,786 are traditional sales, 25 are short sales, and 20 are foreclosures. So inventory from the previous week of December 7th, is down just over 3%. Now, on the flip side, demand's up slightly over last week by just under a percentage point. We have under contract this week 4,115 properties. Of those, 4,003 are traditional sales, 91 are short sales, 21 are foreclosures. Now, the other couple key stats we love to track are back on markets. We have 167. Those are homes that were probably either taken temporarily off market due to an owner issue, some work to be done. Also, homes that were in contract that have fallen out of contract. We have price decreases of 281 and median sold price still at a record high of 345. So taking a look at these numbers, demand is for a couple weeks in a row now outpacing our total supply. And you're going to see that on the next slide. In fact, demand's picked up a little bit. So even though we're in the middle of our, holiday season here, having over 4,000 properties under contract at any one point in time it's a pretty strong number, and that's more robust than we've seen in the last couple of years. So we're still seeing great buyer demand as we move towards wrapping up 2020. The lower numbers, again, we haven't been adding that many homes to the market. It's holidays. People are kind of taking a little wait and see, doing a little wrap up of things, taking a little time off. So we're expecting these numbers of listings to go up after the first of the year, but we're going to see how far down they go. And that being said, we're also expecting to see buyer demand continue to stay strong. So if we move over to the next slide, this is going to show what's happened over the last 7 days. So as you can see, over a 7-day period, Monday through Monday, we had 545 new listings. There's the 167 back on markets, and price decreases of 281. However, if you take a look at the under contract show and under contract no show, that total number there is 878. So if you look at that, that's over 300 more than just new listings, and well over 150 more when you add new listings to back on markets. And the last big number there sold 682. So as you can see, just over that 7-week period, between new listings on market versus under contracts, the show and no show, having over 230 some odd homes going into contract over a 7-day period, more so than coming onto the market. Now you're seeing why we're having more homes under contract than we do have for sale. And that has been pacing for months now. And as you'll see in the next couple slides, you'll see a visualization of how inventories continue to decrease while demand is still continuing to stay strong. Now, let's take a look at it by price point, shall we? So if we take a look by price point, you can see the areas where inventory is and price points of the market are really hot. In the under $250,000 price point segment, we have 407 homes under contract with 329 for sale. So again, that's outpacing, demand is outpacing supply. In the 250,000 to 500,000 segment, that is the biggie in Las Vegas, 2,886 under contract versus 2,163 available for sale. I mean, almost, for every 3 homes that we have, it's almost like, 3/4. For almost 3 homes we have available for sale, we have 4 homes under contract in that price point. It's very tough market still, lots of multiple offers. So again, a lot of demand. Now, also too, picking up and very strong is that 500,000 to 750 price point. As you can see, we have 494 homes under contract with 579 under or available for sale. So again, it's been continuing to increase, continuing to grow in the under contract side. So we're really continuing to see that being a very competitive market. Then as we move up market, competition is still pretty healthy and pretty good. Even in the $750 to $1 million price point, that's that mid-luxury segment. You see 134 under contract versus 259 listings. So almost not quite a 2 to 1 ratio. Same applies in that $1 million to $2 million range with 106 under contract to 232 for sale. And then the luxury segment, that top end mark, 52 homes under contract versus 171 for sale. So again, across the spectrum, with weighted towards houses from 0 all the way up to 250,000. I'm sorry, up to 750,000. We're seeing very high degrees of competition. And then in the other segments too, for better or worse, pretty solid demand. And again, inventory numbers a little lower than probably where we'd overall like to be. And again, that's across the spectrum as well. Then the last slide, again, this is a really visual telltale of how inventory has continued to drop while demand is still holding in there. And that's kind of our week over week chart here. So as you can see, that green line, those are active listings for sale. And if you look at that, we're going into this week with 3,831. So back in late November, we crossed that threshold of more homes in contract than we did for sale. And so we went from a few months ago in August, where we still had a very busy housing market of 4,900 homes, and then we peaked at about 5,100 home and change in late September. Now we're down to 3,800. That being said, look at the under contracts back in August. We're at 4,136. Rolling it forward several months, by 4 months, we're at 4,115. So about even. We did peak out into the 4,600s homes under contract, and it kind of stayed around that 4,500 homes under contracts basically from about late August through late October. And we've kind of come off of that a little bit as demand waned a little bit. However, it's still showing strong. We still have showing that week over week demand above 4,000 homes under contract. So again, the big key takeaways: demand still strong, inventory numbers continuing to slide down, mostly probably coupled due to the holidays. We will certainly see what happens as we move through the holidays, move into the first of the year. As you know, we've seen the headlines, the coronavirus vaccines are starting to roll out. The first ones are starting to be administered to our medical professionals. We're probably weeks, if not months out from seeing if there's going to be a swing in hospitalization rates and infection rates. But the good news is that that's starting to take, the vaccines are starting to take place. The other item is the moratorium on housing evictions. The governor's put that in place now. That's going through till March, end of March. That also includes the CDC program at the federal level, which is set to expire at the end of the year. We have heard some rumblings from Capitol Hill that a coronavirus next level stimulus package is in play. We're not sure what that all means, but we're going to, maybe we may see something get voted on and passed in the last 2 weeks of the year. So let's kind of keep an eye through those, and we'll see sort of how the year is going to wrap up and what the early part of 2021 is in store. So if you have any questions about what's going on, or you got any questions about your particular neighborhood or community you're looking at, reach out to my partner Colleen Schaefer and I. We'd love to go through those, because we're definitely always tracking various neighborhoods, what's coming on the market, what's going into escrow, what's being sold, because we've got clients they're either in the phase of getting ready to buy or getting ready to sell, or already under the way there. And on behalf of my partner Colleen Schaefer, I'm Don Cramer with the Cramer Group at Urban Nest Realty. It's the holiday season. We wish everyone a wonderful holiday season. We do have a couple more episodes coming up. Next Monday, we have Kristen Berta with Junk Luggers, her and her husband, on, and talk about that business. And that's part of our networking series that we kicked off last week with a good friend and colleague, Dr. Kathleen Barnett. So we're excited to have Kristen and her husband on for Junk Luggers again. And then Colleen and I, we're going to do a little year-end review and a little toast to 2021, kind of like what you see on some of the other shows on TV. Kind of get our thoughts of what we learned, what we did, what we got, kind of hit the mark on, and sort of our thoughts of what's going to happen in the new year. So on behalf of Colleen, again, Don Cramer with the Cramer Group. More now than ever, your real estate experience matters. Reach out to us if we can help you with buying, selling, or investing in Las Vegas real estate. Till next time, have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.